So when we're talking about expected value, you can see it there. Mostly we'll find three things. It's not the way you see it arranged. First of all, it's the expected monetary value, which also doubles as the expected value without perfect information. As expected monetary value is called EMV, and expected value without information is called EV, then subscript WO, then PI. Anyway, the second one is expected value with perfect information, and then we actually have expected value of perfect information, which is expected value with perfect information minus expected value without perfect information. Now look at the first table there that I was given there as an example in the notes. It gives something of alternative bonds, stocks, whatever. You can see the numbers. So to find expected monetary value, which doubles as expected value without perfect information, you see probability at multiplying each, both in bond, stock, and the probability of alternative of bonds is multiplying each 0.2 times 40, 0.5 times 45, and they will plus each other at the end. 0.3 times 5. Same thing with stocks. 0.2 times 70 plus 0.5 times 30 plus 0.3 times minus 13. You are getting the idea from there. And the next thing, mutual funds, they do the same thing. So, and then we arrange a table for EMV. Whichever one is the highest, because monetary value now, money, you want the highest form of money. Whichever money is the highest becomes our expected monetary value, which also doubles as expected value without perfect information. Now for expected value with perfect information, you look at the table again without that EMV column, originally. You check the highest in each column, not row column, growing column, stable column, and declining column. And you bring each of them and times each of them by probability, which the first one is 70, side 40, 70, and 53. So it times it to 0.2. The second one was 45, it times it to 0.5. The third one is 5, not 13, because 13 have a minus sign. A number with a positive sign will always be bigger. Things with negative sign, that minus sign, operates oppositely. The more is bigger, it's actually smaller, which means even minus 5 is bigger than minus 13. It's not like your normal positive numbers, that normal 13 is bigger than 5. It's the opposite rule for, because negative means it's actually smaller. So the more you look at it bigger, I just tell you that it's big in smallness. That is the word. Anyway, when you times those three, you get your expected value with perfect information. So the last thing now, expected value of perfect information. We'll minus from the way I said in the formula, expected value with perfect minus expected value without perfect, which doubles as your EMV, right? And then we'll get the final answer we're looking for. So I just applied the same thing in that number one, expected value, right? Start the asking, which is actually expected value of perfect information. I brought out the three things we're looking for. Forget that whole one, I write expected value. Anyway, the expected monetary value, which I said is still the same as the expected value without perfect information. Remember, each of those countries are your rows. Now you multiply each of them with the probability and get the highest, which was in S2, 11.6. So it's best to South Africa is actually the best, just like in that other one, Bonds was the best. Then when we do that, the next thing, the way like we did before, we check that already is your expected value without perfect information. We check for expected value with perfect information, check the highest in each row, and the first row is 4. The second row you can see it is 12, and the third row is 20. So when we do all those stuff, we'll get we'll get 12.8, and then from there we subtract it from the one with perfect information and without perfect information, we should get above, which is 11.6, which was also EMV. So 12.8 minus 11.6, and the expected value of perfect information and just expected value is is 1.2, no minus 1.2. So that is it. I hope you understand. Enjoy yourself. Bye.